Hello, everybody. Well, everybody that I now know. This is DJ Vanilla, and I'm here playing card games. Not really. This is actually on something called Dev Pro. There's actually a version called Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, but this is Dev Pro. I'm gonna put up the music a bit because this music is epic sauce. Anyway, this is a replay of a tag duel I had a few days back. It is double Madolches versus a double E-Hero deck. So it's two E-Hero decks, or Elemental Hero decks, versus Madolches. So me and this guy, we played before, and he was using Madolches, and I was using Dark Worlds, I think. So I was like, oh, I found you again. Let me use Madolches. So we ended up having the first turn. So he gets to go first. Excuse my frame rate, you can see it right here. It is pretty low because of my recording. So I thought I was going to end up having to pause and play this, but it looks like I don't have to. So the purpose of Madolches is to basically, there is nothing in our graveyard in terms of monsters. There are no monsters in the graveyard. So he sets Mayfuel because he can't special summon anything besides another Mayfuel, and it's worthless. Activates a ticket, and he puts a Solemn and a Mystical Space Typhoon on the field. And in the recording, you could actually see what our opponent's hands is and everything, but so yeah, I actually had no idea what they were playing for a while. So and then he decides to Solemn Elemental Stratos because it's pretty bad to let them have Stratos and let them get their dirty combos up. Oh, quick note for those who don't know, let me pause it. For those who don't know what the song is, it is called Mainstream Song. It's from the Sword Art Online track. Sword Art Online. I say that too fast. Soundtrack. Yes. It really, the Latin chanting does sound like it's saying, so, wait, what is it? Coffee soda. No, Dev Pro does not do this. You could actually customize Dev Pro to play these songs, so that's what I did mine. So this is what I drew into my first hand, and I'm just thinking, alright, I think it'd be safer to normal summon Mageline first after setting T-Break in Madolche Manners, which is called Madolche Lesson, really, but, you know. So I add a Putting Cess to my hand, because with Putting Cess, I can special summon it with Mayfuel, and it gains plus 800 right off the bat if I control no monsters in my not control. Yes, I control. If there's no great monsters in my graveyard. And what sucks with this guy is that he had a King of the Swamp in the hand, which can be used as a substitute for any Polymerizate, for any one fusion monster. I MST Skyscraper because I'm like, lol, no. Because then he could just summon an E-Hero with less attack than Mageline and get over it, which I do not want and/or like. He summons Elemental Hero Sparkman. He puts E-Heated Heat. He equips it, which gains 500 attack and it does piercing damage. I think he goes, he goes over Mayfuel. And then I gain Mayfuel's effect, and then his Mayfuel, my teammate's Mayfuel, got shuffled into my deck, and then I gain the effect of his ticket, which I do have in my hand. I add a Messenger Lotto to my hand. Now, I'm probably talking to a bunch of people, and he set Magic Cylinder, and I think we do get hit with that later, who don't really know the concept of Yu-Gi-Oh! And just the concept is, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! So my teammate doesn't really have anything yet. So he changes Magically to defense mode, then he sets a Mirror Force, and we're sitting behind that at the moment. He activates Elemental Hero Captain Gold's effect, which allows him to add a Skyscraper to his hand. He activates it. We don't have a response to that, really. Activates Spark Blaster, equips it to Elemental Hero Sparkman, which doesn't really do much. My teammate gains my Mageline's effect, shuffles it into the deck, gains Ticket's effect, and then he adds a Messenger Lotto, and now his combo is ready for next turn. So they go through main phase 2, and they end. Then it's my turn, and I have a cheeky little move here. So I get a double Mayfuel, which is pretty bad for my point. So what I do is I normal summon into Mayfuel, and then with its effect, special summon Madolche Putting Cess to my hand, from my hand. And she gains 800, and her ability is that if she attacks or is attacked, or at any point she battles anything, she gets to pop a card on the field. So even if she and then I activate Madolche T-Break, which is a cheeky little card because it negates the activation of spell and trap card if I control no monsters. It adds it back to their hand. Doesn't destroy it, adds it back to the hand. But if I control Madolche Putting Cess, I could pop another card on the field, and I end up popping his Burst Return, which I don't know why he had that set. So he loses 200, he loses Elemental Sparkman and its Blaster, and I get Putting Cess effect, and I just decide to go for the set instead, which was nothing really. And then I attack him with the cat. Yeah, I attack him with the cat. So I go through main phase 2, and I end, because I can't do nothing more. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, oh, you get a good card like Madolche Ticket's effect, and why you have one in your hand, okay? Because, and you're asking, why can't I use it? Madolche Ticket can only be used once per turn. One ticket could only be used once per turn. Oh, and then he has D-Prison here. And if I'm correct, I forgot what my teammate draws into, and he just, like, fucking wrecks that D-Prison. So the battle phase, obviously the only card to get... Oh, yes, he goes over Putting Cess, that's one thing. And I lose 700 because he gains the effect of Skyscraper. But then I still get Putting Cess's effect, and I destroy his set, which was D-Prison. Then I get Putting Cess's effect, it gets shuffled back into my deck, which is pretty cool beans, and I get Madolche Ticket. What do I add? Another Putting Cess. That's the only way to go. Putting Cess is all the way. So then he main phases and ends. Now, this is where game happens, really. It's at this point. My teammate goes through his draw phase. He draws into Starlight Road. I don't think he actually is able to pull off Starlight Road. I don't remember. I know he sets it. So he normal summons into the Madolche Mayfuel, activates effect, special summons Madolche Messengelato, and gains its effect, which allows it to search out for one spell or trap card on the field, and you must control, but you have to control a face-up Madolche Beast type, or a face Beast type. And then he changed it with TJ Werewolf's effect, which when a level 4 or lower monster special summon from your hand, you can special summon this card as well. And activate Chateau, which is the field spell from Madolche. Now he overlays those two for Invoker to special summon another Messengelato, and gets a second Messengelato, and he just goes for a second ticket, and then he activates it because he forgot they didn't stack. So yes. And he goes for Madolche Queen Tiramisu. Pretty much did my job. Then he activated its effect and shuffling both Madolche cards, because so long as you have one target, you could target back your equip, and because of Madolche Chateau, you could just add it back to your hand instead. So now they have no defense, and he's going to stomp over them. But then he activates Ticket's effect, which allows him to special summon Putting Cess right from the hand without any cost. Because Ticket allows you to special summon the monster that you search for, so long as you control a fairy type. And the only two fairies in the entire set are Putting Cess and Tiramisu. Opponent's turn? This is actually our opponent's last turn, because I finished that duel. Those 7,700 life points are all gone by the time I'm done with it, if I'm correct. So here comes my turn. I go and draw into Messengelato. So what I decided to do is a cheeky little move here. I normal summon Madolche Mayfuel, and then I overlay the two for number 17 Leviathan Dragon. Activate Leviathan Dragon's effect, detach one XYZ material. Then I chain it. Then I use Madolche Tiramisu's effect, get T-Break back, plus one Madolche monster. Now I must think, oh, why did you do that? Then I chain it with Madolche Manor to chain my other Madolche monster. So all my Madolche cards, which would be Tiramisu and Putting Cess, gain plus 800 attack. And then I get that effect, and then I shuffle both of those back, which thank God I did, because they were... Oh, I shuffled in his deck, because they were pretty nasty cards. Then I get Ticket's effect, and I add a Putting Cess onto the field. So, bam! 2,300, 35, 25, 16, and 3,100. That is game. By any means. That is what you call game, my friends. And at this point, the replay ends because they know they lost. And at the song, and the victory song, or shall I say the song that when you start winning the game for Dev Pro for me, is Ultimate Sweetie Belle by Alex S. So, yeah, this is my first video for you guys, I think, so enjoy more content coming up. There'll be more content coming from my Xbox, hopefully doing Let's Plays. And yeah, I'm just gonna stop right here because at this point I'm gonna go do another recording for another duel. So peace out. Oh, enjoy the sexy recording software and like my background and shit. Stop, right? Yes, stop.